This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Because in the ring.
So we got Wahoo taking on a very young Big Boss Man here.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen a ton of Wahoo. He's popped up in recent weeks, but so far for the year, we haven't seen very much Wahoo in this first quarter of the year. But as we're cruising into April, here he is in our first match on the show, and we've got what's going to be a big star in professional wrestling, but we've seen Ray Traylor take his licks from the Midnight Express and, of course, famously from Tully Blanchard, and now it's his turn to see what he can do with old Wahoo here.
I'm trying to remember where Wahoo was early in the year.
They were showing a lot of clips in the video package from Florida.
Right.
Him against Brody, him against Flair down there. So it makes me think he was probably working for Eddie Graham down there.
Right. He also had in 1985 when Magnum TA had won the U.S. title off of him on an episode of Worldwide. It's a very famous episode that I talk about where Wahoo was drop kicked. The chair hit him in the head. Magnum drop kicked the chair. Wahoo picked it up to hit Magnum. Magnum drop kicked it, and it cut Wahoo's forehead and sliced open his forehead. He had to go to the hospital, of which I was the person to bring him home. And he was a heel back then. He and Tully had been a very good tag team in 1985. And he became the U.S. heavyweight champion, became a heel, and was a damn good heel because Wahoo could do anything. And he kind of worked heel anyway, you know, really rough and rugged and chop. And as you can see right there. So that's pretty much going to be chronicled in one of the bonus episodes of our graphic novel coming up that night with Wahoo. But so here he comes back as a babyface after he had been a heel near the end of the year. So he left when he lost the U.S. title, as we said, went to Florida, and now he's back here again. But, you know, I mean, obviously Wahoo is in the, I don't know if it's the complete end of his career, but, you know, he's been wrestling for a long time.
He's winding it down. By the way, I do want to mention Eddie Graham actually passed away in 85, but I do know that those clips were from Florida. But Wahoo was all over the place. I think the thing that we want to drive home is this is still, I know we're in the dying days of the territories, but there still are territories. Paul Bosch is still running. I know that he did wrestle against Bruiser Brody, I believe, at the Battle of the Belts 2 in February that year. And that was back when Brody had Gary Hart in his corner, that whole deal. So even though Eddie Graham had passed away, Florida was still a territory. So was Don Owen. So was Paul Bosch. They're still territories. We're still in the dying days of them, but Bill Watts is still running. Vern Gagne is still running. So there are other territories. It's not yet quite strictly WWF versus NWA.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.